take over the game. Yeah. Still. I know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy, more heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. So it's just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them all facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on the
Lakers. We are so glad to be with y'all this evening. We are the prestigious, the illustrious, the remarkable, the incredible, the very handsome. Politics as usual, NBA podcast. We are back. Listen, it's the second season has begun. The playoff, play-in is here. We're going to get in all that talk today. First of all, make sure y'all follow us on other social medias. You see the names attached. I am Nico Harrison. That is the great Adam Carter. We are here. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Jack? How you doing, brother?
Man, listen, man, I'm excited. I am excited. All these games. Listen, we lasted 2 whole seasons. Who would have thought?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, we flipped the lap to make this happen. Running around with both of our crazy schedules, and we are here now and focus on this play-in, man. I'm excited about this. But first, we got some sneaks. I know you got something hot. What you got, sir?
Listen, Jack, I got one of my favorites, Jack.
Oh, you love them.
Jordan 2s.
I love them.
Shout out to my main man, Mikey Hardy. One of our favorite shoes. That Jordan 2 was classic. It's not a favorite of everybody's. The Jordan brand went crazy and put them in every color he could think of, and that was a little ridiculous. But those Chicago Jordan 2s are some of my favorite, and the low top ones. The low top ones are very slept on. MJ played in those.
All right, you can find them. You can definitely find those low tops everywhere.
Yeah, but those low top Chicago Jordan 2s is classic, Jack.
The 2s I like is the black cement. You just as soon as you pulled them up, I was like, 'cause I've been tracking the pair for a couple months. I'm gonna get those black cement ones. I do like those ones. I saw a couple of them at the I don't know if I shot you a picture a couple months ago. They was going for like 110. I was like, what is going on out here?
Listen, the Jordan brand has took a little bit of a hit in the last couple year or maybe year and a half. Certain Jordans that you would have waited in line overnight for, you can get on sale.
It was crazy. Like I was at the outlet. I always try to go weekly, and I saw the 6 Olympias 110. I thought they was gonna sell immediately. They going for 110 all the sizes.
Now you can get any size you want too. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. But those are some nice ones there. I pulled out these here. These are Steph Curry sent me these personally. You know, me and him are tight. Hopefully, he wears these tonight. These are the Curry 12 Flow Pisces. Came home from Disney and had those. Those joints feel like slippers, and he gonna need them tonight because they fighting for their lives out there in that play-in. And I don't think the Grizzlies gonna make it easy for them. First of all, before we get into that, did you watch those? Did you watch that Clippers game versus Golden State? Yo,
absolutely. Shout out to my other main man, B-Dub, who said, "Oh, the Warriors, they got it in the bag. They're going to be the 6th seed." He had all these plans. He had all these big plans and all this. Then we're going to play the Lakers and we're going to do this and that. None of that happened. It was a good game, but it's one of those things where it's one of those asterisks on Steph's career. You know, we got to talk about that. Like, you know, if LeBron lost that game and had to go to the play, we would have never heard the end of it.
You see, I don't know if I put it on Facebook, but I put up if they would have taken out, name another all-time great that gets taken out with under a minute left for defensive schemes. It's unheard of, and I didn't see anybody bring it up. I didn't see the Athletic. I didn't see ESPN, NBA. Nobody brought that up. I thought that was interesting. And Curry's my guy, but I I was like, there's no way you're going to sit Bird, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe because they're having trouble. First of all, that just drives me crazy about Kerr. I think he overthinks everything. No
And let me ask
defense
you a
is
question:
going to beat Curry.
was that when he took him out? That's for the last play of the whole game, right? Not before overtime. Is that the last play of
Yeah,
the
the
whole
last
game?
play, but because it kind of worked out when Buddy Hill, who knows why he's taking that shot? They ran a play for him. I don't know. I'd rather have Steph go 1-on-3 than have him touch that ball. That's just me though. But he had him out to play before. But what I would be nervous about? What if they got a steal?
Yeah. And the reason why I asked you was that the last play of the whole game, because if I'm not mistaken, if it was the last play of the whole game, isn't that when Jimmy Butler's already hurt? Because remember,
Yes.
Jimmy Butler can't. So you don't take out an injured Jimmy Butler, and you take out that's even more telling that a injured Jimmy Butler can stay in the game, but you come out for defensive purposes.
I didn't even think about that. That's a whole other scenario. Nobody like that. I don't understand Kerr. And Kerr is treating Kaminga like his last name is Tatum. Got him sitting next to him. I don't understand what's going on there. Jimmy's hurt. He didn't even look. Man, he had Moses Moody on the bench, and I just don't get his scheme sometimes. It lets me know just how good Curry and them was at their peak because they had to overcome a lot of that probably.
Yeah. Yeah. As much as we want to think of Kerr as an all-time great coach, but when it really comes down to it, his days in Golden State, if he's not careful, could be numbered because he has made some questionable choices. Not playing Kaminga is one of them. Moody, not playing Moody is one of them. I think Kaminga's going to want to get traded this summer, which is
Oh yeah.
crazy.
Yo, here's what's funny. That's the downside of that's the downside of the Jimmy trade. Because you really sit him further down on the bench, Kaminga. And B Dub, I'm tired of you had a lot of bad takes. Cold take Dub all year. Yo, what and I hate to say it, but that James Harden has had a hell of a year. This last year we was having a ball with him last year on the pod. Yo, he looks like and Kawhi Leonard looks like how he's supposed to look like. He got bounce in his leg. Even though I thought about it, he looked a little tired at the end. Thank God they had Harden because he wasn't he he uh he wasn't shooting well and the last minute. But you said Curry in those closeout games, man. I don't know, man. It's a little,
Some of the bigger moments, I think that's why in the Olympics with him hitting that shot
Yes,
is
yes.
so career defining because if you really, really think about it, I mean, you got the game against Boston when they beat Boston in the finals when he brought out when he brought out the four the rings or whatever. But there's a lot of moments that Curry kind of falls short of having a big moment. So him going to the play in yet again is
And never
not
winning one.
it's not great.
Never winning in the play-in. Lakers put them out. Memphis put them. I think they're 0-3.
Mm. And if
So,
they're
so
not
we'll
careful,
see.
they might get put out tonight. So we'll see.
I
But
don't see no blowout.
I will say this though: a lot of people are saying, "Man, those Clippers can be scary."
Yes. I don't want to believe them. I don't want but because the Clippers will clip. But but
Clippers
but
will clip,
but they got a tough draw with the Joker. That's a
and
tough one.
I saw a tough take that said, I think my son asked me this question. He said, we were talking about, he said, if the Clippers somehow win the NBA championship, does that put Kawhi in the conversation with some of these other greats, especially if he's a finals MVP? And I'm like, well, he kind of has to.
I guess you had. I always put him on the lower end because I don't think he's as accomplished in other areas. Like when we put him down with it, let's say that he'll have one up on Durant, but Durant got going back mess around at 37,000 points.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, if you're talking about just skill wise, I think that Kawhi is up there I think Kawhi is better than a lot of star players that we hold very high regard. No, I can hear you a little bit. Oh, they get to see everything on this show, Jack. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. And look how listen. I love this show because look how he just looks at me like a deer in headlights. Try now, Jack. No, can't hear you. No sound. We're having a little technical difficulties, guys. We don't cut anything though. We're gonna keep all of this. You're muted now, Jack. You muted.
Yo,
So,
the joints is
there we
going
go.
dead in my ear. We try to get some spares. I don't know how long they're gonna last. But what were you saying? Yo, but that's a good argument about Kawhi.
He's better than a lot of pound for pound, talent wise. He's better than
Yes.
a lot of players that we hold in high regard.
I just don't think if he's an all-time greats, for me to get to him, I got him. I just when I look at would you take him pound for pound over Durant?
Probably not, but I would probably take him over Scottie Pippen.
Oh no. I don't think that's But when
Like,
I think
we hold
I'm thinking
Pippen very high.
I don't put Pippen in that top 15ish.
Okay, I'll give you that. I don't know if Kawhi wins this if we put him in that top 15.
See, that's what I was thinking. See, that's what I was like, I don't know if I got him there because he ain't got no MVPs.
He's in the top 75, right? He was on that.
Yeah,
that
he's top 75. Right?
But I mean, I got him kind of later.
I got him maybe in the middle.
Yeah, like 25, 20s.
Yeah, I got him in the middle. 20. Yeah. You can make some because I don't think he has the accolades. He missed a lot of time.
But skill for skill, is he better than Wade?
But in a playoff, see, I may take Wade because Wade got 3, and Wade won.
We're talking about just talent.
Oh, you talking about skills?
Just skill. I might take Kawhi over Wade.
I'll go with Wade because I love a high flyer. You always go because Wade at peak. Remember peak Wade is a bad two-way sticking the 2 guard.
I agree.
If Kawhi is a shut him down small forward, Wade is an equal at his peak.
I don't know if I'll go
guard.
Equal.
As a 2 guard, he got all the see. You know what? If we always catch with Kawhi, you know what bothers me about Kawhi? Recency bias. See, what happened last year?
In that defensive player of the year conversation.
But I'm saying Wade always led the league in blocks. I'm not a defensive player of the year, but he's a 2. I put him right behind. Yeah. You know why he couldn't get those? Because he was playing during the same time as a gentleman by the name of Kobe Bryant.
That too.
But that's a good discussion to have. But we're gonna see what happened this. We're gonna see what happened this year. If he can pull a rabbit out of his hat this year, I would be stunned.
Well, we were going to hope that does not happen since he's going up against Los Angeles Lakers. Now, wait a minute. Let's pump the brakes.
Listen, I can't see. Listen, they got 77
and 23. Like
I just can't see it. I don't see. This is where I side with the Lakers over everybody. I'll take those 2 against any 2. I'll take those.
But then you got to say that those 3, because Austin Reeves is a legitimate 3. Like they got a big 3.
Yo, and here's the difference. They have 3 playmakers. What Kawhi is not is a playmaker. That's what he He need Harden to make the play, and Powell is not gonna make no plays. But the Lakers got 3, man. That gets unheard of.
You brought up 77, which is a great time to segue into what we originally what we originally planned on talking about first. Nico Harrison. You mentioned 77. Nico Harrison apparently has no regrets in his trade. AD is great.
Yo, I wish as a media guy I could have been in that meeting, because I was watching NBA Today, and Dave Maddox, Dave, forget his last name. He's covered the Dallas for years, but he covers the whole league for the NBA. And he said, I cannot count how many times Nico Harrison says Nico defense wins championships. So they had this closed door media session with certain members of the media to really explain themselves again. And listen, you can't explain this away. Listen. Y'all should be like, you know what, man, we just gonna make the best of it. We just gonna figure out, hopefully everybody be healthy next year. But you can't convince me that the guy that took y'all to the finals, you probably a piece or two away from winning that final.
Absolutely.
That trade for getting Anthony Davis makes y'all better in 3 years. I just can't see that.
And what I will say is, if that trade included Austin Reeves, I could.
Now you got me. Now you got me. Still, I'm like, wow. But I'm like, Reeves is young. See, in a trade, and this is what I learned from being a heartbroken Sixers fan. Whoever gets the old person loses the trade.
Absolutely.
You know, and Anthony Davis is a 31, but he's an older 31 because of injuries. Got a lot of miles. He got a lot of miles. And Luka, they're trying to act like Luka is a straight up alcoholic. If he averaging 32 like that, give him what he wants.
That's Cavassier.
Give him. Everybody say it now. Whoa, that's what I be doing. Listen, man, listen. You put him next to LeBron James, and him and they look like, and they play like him and Reeves and LeBron play. They had training camp together. Imagine what's going to happen next year.
Nico Harrison can say he has no regrets is if he seriously wants LeBron to get another championship, because that's what we're
they act like
no way.
He gave away Luka like he owed the Lakers money.
Yeah,
like something like they got something over him or something. Like, you just know in the middle of the night. I was thinking about the trade again. I was like, yo, but I don't know Nico, man. God bless him, but Jason Kidd said it was like trading for Babe Ruth. I was like, fam.
I mean,
you don't want to be on the bad side of a historical trade, and that's look like what it's shaping up to be. Because one thing I do know that Luka Doncic in the playoffs always steps it up, and we watched Luka when he was young take on a prime Kawhi and a prime Paul George when they was telling us they were the best defenders in the world. 40, 50, 40. He got LeBron now. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Nico. Yo, here's the last thing about this. The owner was in a meeting too, I read, and it said that 75 to 80% of the season ticket holders re-upped. And the bull in the media said, I can tell you this, except for that night when Luka came back, wasn't no 75% of the people in that building. He said it's been half full. Said it's been half full since he left.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that might as well have been a home game for the Lakers when he went back to Dallas.
Never seen nothing like might never see nothing like that again, because nobody's going to trade their franchise player in the first 5 years.
That's like San Antonio
first
Wemby.
Duncan. Yeah, right. See, that's the equivalent. Them trading Wemby now.
Before we can see what he can become.
Yeah, man. God bless.
But as we digress, again, still a lot of movement in the league. Got some more firings this week. Crazy, man. Mike Budenholzer for the Suns. Horrible for Kevin Durant. And also David Griffin fired as well, Jack. So A lot of moves being made in the NBA this year, Jack. The Mike Budenholzer thing is that doesn't feel quite fair because he walked into a bad situation, honestly.
One of my boys said that they gonna fire a coach every year until they win a championship. They fired Nick and a new coach every year,
but
man.
The crazy thing is, you had what was my man's name?
Monty.
Man, you had Monty. You had Monty
Williams,
there, right? Williams,
Monty
right?
Williams. Yep.
Monty Williams, who put that thing together with that young core group.
Young core.
Traded it for Kevin Durant. I kind of get it, but I mean, if it's not broke, that's like messing up OKC's core right now because you want to bring in a big star. No, let these homegrown young cats just see what they can become. Boston, that's like Boston trading Tatum or Brown before they truly became what they could become.
And you remember those clowns were saying they need to trade one of them? Remember they were saying that? Trade Tatum, dog. They're 24 years old. You don't trade them. I said that was the biggest mistake. I've been watching the Celtics way on HBO Max, and now they're on Paul Pierce's part. I said that was one of the worst decisions in Sixers history. Them not trading Pierce, and then when they get Larry Hughes and Tim Thomas, they trade everybody away for old guys.
Yeah.
It worked for the 1 year. They went to the finals, but we didn't have any more building blocks. And that's what happened with Phoenix. They trade, man, look at everybody's going. That boy Cam Johnson, who could play, gone. Mikal Bridges, gone. And you know what? And Bill, they can't. Bill's like, nah, I don't want to be traded.
No trade clause.
Yo, what's wrong with him?
In what world did they think that Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant were going to work with no point guard?
I like Bradley Beal, but I didn't think he was that kind of guy, first of all. And I'm like, it worked in Brooklyn for that season because of James Harden. Because James Harden is a playmaker. Everybody else is off the ball. So how are you going to put three shooters and expect it to work? But now they're paying Monty Williams, Frank Vogel, and Budenholzer. And here's another crazy stat I saw. I almost shouted to you for stat of the week. That's a fact jack stat. Every coach with the first name Mike has been fired this year.
That's unbelievable.
Mike Budenholzer, Mike Malone, and what's the Kings? LeBron's first coach, Mike Brown. Mike Brown. They're all fired. All fired. And all of them had winning records, and all of them are probably all the teams that got fired in the playoffs. Except for Budenholzer.
I saw a crazy stat about the Suns that they're not in the lottery, they're not in the play-in, and it's one more thing.
The draft, they got no picks.
Or the draft.
They're the only picks.
They have no
crazy. Picks. No picks. And I don't think as great as KD is, he's not worth that. Now they're probably going to trade him, and he's going to be the most insane. Like his career has he's going to have some of the most weirdest kind of accolades. He leaves Warriors. Weird. No, he goes to the Warriors. That's weird. He leaves the Warriors. That's weird. Brooklyn. Weird. Now he's probably going to be traded because they have no other option.
Yeah.
Because Bill's not going to be traded who you want to trade, and they're not trading Booker because he's a young piece. Now they're going to he going to wind up somewhere probably in Detroit. Who could use him? Just need somebody who could come and get 25. But you would not think that a player of that status, he's in the big three of this era. You're not just going to trade LeBron to dump salary. You're not going to trade Steph Curry to dump salary. They're going to trade him just to get rid of him so they can have a pick or two in the future. Unbelievable. Yeah. Summer's going to be crazy.
And it would be interesting to see where he's going to go because, I guess he could be the best player on your team, but now it's almost like he would fit better as a second option. It's crazy.
I think he's second option now.
Yeah, I think he should be a second option. And where is that you're going to go that you're going to get an NBA championship? Because the Luka and LeBron thing, I don't know if you're going to find a better person to play with than Luka. Who else are you going to go play with? Unless you go back to OKC. But
Yo,
if I
that's
was
it.
OKC, I wouldn't mess with that young core, though. Leave that alone.
Here's what I do. He got to wind up somewhere. Like if the Knicks don't win, get out this series. If he can take a cut, he just need to go to a place where he can just score 25. And a team who needs it, like a team. I like the. Like, I don't know if he would go there, but the Pistons are like a 25-point score away from being major players in the East.
Which is crazy because along with
we clowned them all last year.
Pistons were the laughing stock of the NBA, and now the Sixers are in the playoffs. Joel Embiid didn't play hardly any. And
the tables have turned. And listen, man. Oh man, no, you wasn't even supposed to bring up the Sixers today. Thanks
terrible.
Yeah,
but
it's playing.
Yeah. So let's. I mean, we briefly touched on David Griffin, but I don't know how surprising that was. And
what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do when you unleash Zion around all that New Orleans food? Now, what can you do? You give him $200 million and say, here's all the best etouffee spots in New Orleans. Shrimp over there, beignets everywhere. He lost that, man. Joe Dumars, I don't know what he's gonna do because he's about to be hired. He's from Louisiana, but I said, man, you can't. I don't know Zion, man. He just don't. I would have rather traded him and kept Brandon Ingram.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do down there.
And they kept Willie Green. I never heard of that. But
he's a good coach.
I'm surprised that a good coach finally got spared because they said it's not his fault.
A lot of these firings are not the coach's fault. Budenholzer is a great coach. I don't think that the Bucks got rid of Budenholzer. I think that was
mistake. Big mistake.
But you hold on to like a Budenholzer, like he's going to get another job. He will be with another team next year.
Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse, get it together next year. We give you one more.
And I'm glad they didn't fire Nick Nurse as of yet because it's not his fault. It's not his fault. You can't. What are you going to do with Paul George getting hurt in the preseason and never being healthy? Joel Embiid being hurt the whole season. Maxey getting injured. I mean, your rookie of the year. You would have had the rookie of the year. He gets hurt. This should have been a championship. I mean, I digress.
Before one more Sixers point, what do you feel about the Paul George signing now?
It's terrible. It's terrible. And we should have.
I can't believe I fell for it.
Because it's Chris Webber, Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. I ain't going to be able to sleep tonight.
I mean, it's all these old players all over again. I mean, how many times have we done this?
And I thought George has and here's what's funny. The Clippers knew. Yeah. And the Clippers knew something. They said, we'd rather bet. And I thought they were insane because Kawhi is always hurt. They knew something we didn't know.
They got it right for once.
They got it right. And at our expense.
Unfortunately.
Of course.
All right, Jack. Let's move on, Jack. Last night, big night for the women, Jack.
The
WNBA Draft, and no surprise at who was the number one pick. I saw a cool quote that says, "Every cool story starts with a page one." So I thought that was cool, Jack. That UConn Husky, she's tough, Jack. That Paige Beckman, she's tough, Jack. Going number one last night. So shout out to the ladies. Uh-oh. I said shout out to the ladies.
Where'd you get that from?
I said shout out to the ladies.
Where'd you get that quote from? Who said that? That was incredible.
Yeah, that was incredible. I saw it somewhere. I saw it.
That's some great marketing right there. Oh my God, and they are going to put the resources behind because she's Nike. Nike hitting the jackpot. Caitlin last year, Paige this year, Sabrina, Asia Wilson.
Incredible,
man. And watch, the ladies, they was dressed so clean, and to find out, and here's what blew my mind. he should be working on his game, but he's designing clothes for the WNBA Draft. Russell, what are you doing there?
Part of the reason that the coach got fired, and now,
design it, but don't show up. I would, if I was him, because of the situation y'all in, and we know the report said Malone was being extra for you. He's sitting there just proud and smiling. What you
unbelievable.
Yeah, but Paige's game is going to really translate in the league. I can't wait to see it. Matter of fact, next month, they start in May. And my New York Liberty, I'm looking forward to that. But it was a great night and see the women's game just expand. She's already signed with Unrival, and all the other picks that went. I looked at I can't pronounce her name. I'm not going to try. The 10th pick was from Slovenia, and she was shooting from half court. I said, "Oh my God, it's another." It got a Luka over there in the WNBA. So keep your eyes, and Van Lith. I didn't know she was. Her boyfriend was Jalen Suggs from the Orlando. I was wondering why they should put it together. Well, he was cheering so hard at the game. Now it makes sense. But putting her with Angel Reese, yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting. Looking forward to it. Shout out to all the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies. Let's move on, Jack, to the play-in preview. Big night tonight, Jack.
Yeah, brother. Who we got? The Hawks taking on the Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
And here's if it's one player in a one-game scenario that I'd be nervous about playing is Trae Young. That dude know how to rise to the occasion, man. He don't have to have the best team, but one game on the line. So I think I'm picking them tonight.
Going with the Hawks. I mean, this Orlando looks good though.
They do look good, but I just don't know, man. When he do this on them, I'm sold. But I think Orlando has the better team. But it's funny, like, that's what the play. Whoever wins the night, they play Boston, right? Or tomorrow. That's how
they would get Boston.
Tough sledding either way. But Jaylen Brown having that knee problem. That if that knee is serious, like, they ran through everybody without Porzingis. You can't do that without Jaylen Brown.
That's gonna be tough.
So I peeped that this morning. I didn't know. I know he was struggling with that, but so keep your eye on that. But I think I'm gonna pick with the Hawks, man. I put my parlay in. I think Trae Young gonna give me at least 25 today with 12 assists.
That could definitely happen. Nightcap though, Jack. That Grizzlies and Golden State. That's gonna be a good one.
Yo, is B-Dub as confident as he was on Sunday? Yo, I know you nervous. All your stuff, man. Listen, trust me. I was in the Sixers had a play-in game last year with the Heat. I was sick. I ain't never been that nervous. That one and done. And watching the Lakers as a LeBron guy, that's and this is the first time since the bubble that the Lakers haven't been in it. That was a crazy stat. They've been in the play-in, and it's not so much that they've been bad, but look at the West. I mean, you're in a play-in and you won 47 games. Memphis won 47 games,
and they look good, Jack. They're going to be a top out. It's going to be a dog fight tonight.
And you know what? I'm not and this is for you, Duber. Nothing brought me more joy than watching Draymond miss that layup. Oh, the joy! All that trash you be trashing, talking about Karl Anthony Towns would have missed that layup, sir.
No, sir.
But it's a tough game tonight for him, man. That's not no easy one because Ja is going to come with it tonight.
He got something to prove.
Yeah, here you go.
That is cold, though.
Yo, I'm starting to like it. I'm mad I like it. Yeah, so there's some good games tonight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Matter of fact, before we sign off, who's tomorrow?
We got Dallas versus the Kings, and Chicago versus the Heat.
Heat getting out of there. I like
see.
the Bulls. Yo, another young core. Another young team is young. Yo, watch, and I'm glad you brought that up because me and you need to be tracking during the summer which teams are going to mess up by trying to bring a free agent in. Somebody going to mess up. Yeah, but I think on tomorrow night I got the Heat and I got the Bulls and the Kings.
I'm gonna go with the Kings. But don't be surprised if Anthony Davis, goes out and tries to do something tomorrow.
He can do it.
He could have 50. He's capable.
He can do it, man.
Yeah, Jack.
Do it. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think we're gonna see 4 very good games.
Absolutely, Jack. So I got a stat for you that I can slide in there. That's a stat of the week. This year, Chris Paul in his 20th season?
20th
season. Played all 82 games, Jack.
Unbelievable stat.
All 82 games in his 20th season.
I forgot he was in the league sometimes, when Wemby, because the coverage stopped when Wemby got hurt. Or somebody said on Twitter, he want to play 82 games when we don't need him to.
And it's unfortunate that the Suns honestly traded Chris Paul because Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant, you needed time to see what that is truly can be.
Like was right there. You see these new owners coming and mess up all the chemistry. You keep him there, and you keep who they miss? That kid DeAndre Ayton. He's a solid guy. Now you miss him now. And if they'd have kept that team together, they're in the hunt. And look at Chris Paul. He played more games than Kevin Durant and Booker this year.
Yeah. All you need, I compare him to Chris Paul when Dallas won the championship and with Jason Kidd was a shell of himself, but you just need a point guard that was going to run the team. I will still, till this day, I hope that he doesn't retire. Chris Paul. Did he say he's not retiring, right?
No, man, no.
He needs to come back and just be that older presence because, listen, now that they got that Castle boy down there in San Antonio, star, and you got
keep getting Foxes down there.
Fox. They got some pieces down there. They still got Uncle what's my man's name? Came from the Warriors.
Barnes hit the game winner.
Listen, against his old team.
Put him in the play-in. Yep.
They have some pieces down there, and I like Chris Paul as a player, Jack. I think when it's all said and done, he's on that Mount Rushmore of point guards to me.
Yeah, I would like to see him go somewhere like where he could be great at. I don't know how that would fit. Like if he was with a Giannis, like even if he got to be a backup, like him and I hated how Kerr did him. I hated that. But
it was ridiculous because you didn't even use him for what he could have been.
I forgot he was over there until he did play for them. But a Giannis, or imagine if he was there on the Knicks team, he'd have Towns straightened out because Towns don't get a lot of easy baskets in my view because Brunson is such a scorer.
Yeah, he's a point guard. He's a point guard. Yeah.
Yeah, if he had Paul there just for a couple minutes a game, it'll make a difference. So hopefully, if he doesn't stay at San Antonio, I want to see him get with a contending team, man. That's my hope for him.
Yeah. And just like that, Jack, it's time for some shout-outs. Who you shouting out, Jack?
One shout-out for me. I'm shouting out the lovely Brandi Lewis Grove. We're celebrating. This airs on Wednesday. 20 years of marital bliss, and the pleasure's been all mine. So tell me I'm welcome.
Hey, Brandi, say bum. Call him a bum.
Well, my husband. We'll be celebrating tomorrow. Matter of fact, we'll be celebrating for the rest of the year. Be excited about that. So that's my shout out.
Year 20, Jack. God bless you to the Blizzard, Jack.
Listen. Somebody said that you need professional help, and I deleted it on Facebook. You won't do that today. You'll honor me today.
Man, I got one shout out today. Well, two shout outs. Shout out to you both. 20 years, that's big. Shout out to the home team. Politics as usual, fam. Your wedding anniversary. And I'm also going to shout out Dimir Miller.
Yes.
Cross promoting.
What we supposed to be doing.
Cross promoting. But shout out to Dimir Miller. Got an episode of Acquired Culture Conversations coming out on Monday, the 21st. Just in time for the NFL draft, Jack. Very excited for the hometown kid. Hometown Hero is the name of the episode. Very excited for him.
Yes.
Opportunity of him going to the NFL draft. When we did the interview, I told him when we weren't recording, I said, you would look great in Kelly Green. Told him he would look great in Kelly Green. He said he doesn't like black or yellow. He's allergic to black and yellow, so it would work out. But
we need all the help we can get.
Shout out to them. Just excited, Jack, for him to get this opportunity, Jack, and excited about the opportunity to sit down with the young brother. And we also got a shout out our main man TJ and the good folks at K3Ts. Head on over to K3T.shop. Don't do TJ like that. He got all types of AT. I'm taking up for you. Don't do TJ like that. Head on over.
So RJ, shout out to RJ walking around with it on. I said, that's my face.
Yeah, yo, shout out to RJ. But head on over to K3T.shop and search politics as usual. And get yourself some merch, Jack. Oh, before we get out of here.
Yes.
You see the merch. I need you to be thinking of something smart before we get out of here. But you see
I'm ready for you tonight. I got some advice. Look at all. I love that hat. I gotta get one of them hats on. You know, I need my hat. Look at that. Y'all make sure y'all go and visit the shop and support. But here's my word of wisdom. Don't ever trade. Luka the God.
Luka the God.
Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them up facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love